Is the iPhone obsolete? And is the Apple Vision Pro or the Vision Pro lineup the future of Apple? Well, that's the big question that I want to answer today. I do believe there's a lot of discussion in the tech community about this answer, and I do believe that there's some confusion about some tech YouTubers and another one saying that it isn't, that the iPhone will never be replaced, and then John Prosser from Front Page Tech saying that this is the near of the end of the iPhone. So in today's video, I will give my opinion on this matter. So if you are excited, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Roll the intro. So, according to John Prosser, he does believe that this now, the launch of the Apple Vision Pro, is the beginning of the end for the iPhone. And more exactly, this is what he said.
Right now, I think we are starting to see the beginning of the end of the iPhone. And no, I'm not just saying that for dramatic effect or for YouTube clickery. Can I tell you why I think so?
And then there's Obsolete Tech. Obsolete Tech made a video in a response to Front Page Tech saying that the iPhone will never be replaced. There will never be a product like the iPhone in our lifetimes. And this is what Drew from Obsolete Tech specifically said.
I do think that spatial computing via Vision Pro can be disruptive. Dare I say, with a few decades of iteration, the Apple Vision style headset tech will probably be able to replace just about everything else in our ecosystem, but not the smartphone. And I can tell you exactly why.
So, now that we heard these two opposite sides, I wanna give you my opinion. I do stand more with John Prosser. I think that John is right. I think that the iPhone is changing. I think that the iPhone won't die. I think that the iPhone won't disappear from Apple's lineups. No, but I do believe that the iPhone is going to change a lot. If you analyze Apple Vision Pro and the Vision Pro lineup, you will notice that the only issue that it has is the cameras. The only downside that it will always have is the capability of taking photos, sharing photos, showing photos to everyone, and taking pictures and videos and selfies, and doing FaceTime. And that's something that Obsolete Tech brought in his video, and it was totally right. On that point, I think that Drew was correct, 100%. But John Prosser talked about the fact that the Apple Vision Pro is going to replace everything. Your Mac, your display screens, your iPad screens, your iPhone screens, your TV, everything. And the iPhone too. And I think that's right. The iPhone is making some evolutions, making some upgrades only on the camera side. And you can notice that. Currently, leaks for the iPhone 16 point out that the iPhone 16 is going to have a different layout camera for spatial video to support Apple Vision Pro spatial video. It's going to have better cameras on the Pro models. And that's it. A capture button. The capture button argument from John Prosser is really good. Go check out these two videos. They will be on my description down below. And you will understand these two different arguments. But you will also understand why I side more with John. I do believe that the iPhone and the iPhone upgrades from the future will be just improvements to the camera and more features to add to Apple Vision Pro. I do believe that the iPhone will become an accessory of Apple Vision Pro and not so the biggest product in the ecosystem. I know, it's hard to fathom that the iPhone won't be the biggest piece of technology on the Apple ecosystem. But that's true. The Apple Vision Pro is more convenient, easier to use, it interacts with your reality, it's more immersive than your phone. It doesn't socially restrain you, so it gives you the same reality that you are living in, but enhancing. So enhancing your reality is something that the iPhone doesn't do. It takes away from reality. You are always glued to the iPhone, typing up, watching social media, and you are not paying attention what's happening in front of you. And Apple Vision Pro is going to fix all of that. But the thing about Apple Vision Pro is it doesn't have that great of a camera system, doesn't have that great of a way to take photos, to share photos, to show people's photos. Drew's argument here is flawless. You won't be outside taking photos of your family on a family trip and saying, look, be ready, and then picking up the Apple Vision Pro and taking photos to everyone, and then you put the goggles on, you see the photo. That's totally ridiculous. That won't happen. You will still need a camera. And the camera will be your iPhone. Your iPhone will be the camera from the Apple Vision Pro. You can airdrop things to the Apple Vision Pro, but imagine the iPhone to the Apple Vision Pro has the Apple Watch is to the iPhone, a wearable, an accessory that makes your iPhone life and your iPhone experience better. The iPhone, in the future, in my opinion, will be a better experience for the Apple Vision Pro. So imagine the iPhone as just an accessory that you gotta have. Everyone will have an iPhone. Everyone knows that the iPhone is great. Everyone knows that the iPhone has excellent cameras, and you want to use your iPhone to take photos, share things, And Apple Vision Pro will integrate the screen of the iPhone really, really well in the augmented reality. So I do believe that the future will join together this product lineup. But the main thing will be Apple Vision Pro, not the iPhone. So if the question is the iPhone obsolete? I do believe so. I do believe the iPhone will become obsolete in its current form in the next 10 years. When Apple Vision Pro becomes mainstream, or at least a Vision Pro device, or a Vision lineup device, something like the Apple Vision Pro, at least a piece of the concept of that device, because I do believe that will happen 10 years down in the future. Apple will have streamlined this device, make it thinner, lighter, with better battery and better functionality, and of course, better apps, better everything. Imagine the iPhone 10 years ago, 17 years ago when it was firstly launched, and imagine it now in 2024. Totally different, right? Can do totally different things. So that's the evolution that Apple will do to the Apple Vision Pro. And then in 10 years, imagine, will you still be using your iPhone, or will your iPhone become a camera? One example of something that the Apple Vision Pro does better than the iPhone is AR. And this is fun because you can use your iPhone to use AR. You have the LiDAR sensor here. You can see furniture in your home using the iPhone. But watching it through a screen that is not glued to your face, just like Apple Vision Pro, watching through a screen that is like 25 centimeters away from you, is not as immersive. The iPhone experience will never be as immersive as the Apple Vision Pro. And Apple Vision Pro has had that advantage over the iPhone. Reality will be enhanced. Everything will feel like it's real. Games, movies. You can have a 200-inch movie screen on your living room, which is just ridiculous on an Apple Vision Pro. You can be on an airplane and be on a completely different environment, watching a movie, playing games, and feeling completely comfortable. You can use Apple Vision Pro for your education to learn how to make surgeries on people. This is super useful to learn how to create very complex devices like motors and engines or cars or planes and work on them on a virtual environment, on an environment that you can do all the problems, you can destroy everything, and there's no issue because it's just a playground for you to learn. And Apple Vision Pro has so many adaptations and so many things you can use it for that it just surpasses the universe of the iPhone. The iPhone is a good social media device. The iPhone is a good communication device, just like Steve Jobs said.
Today, we're introducing 3 revolutionary products of this class. The first one is a widescreen iPod with touch controls. The second is a revolutionary mobile phone. And the third is a breakthrough internet communications device. So, 3 things: a widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications device. An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it? These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device. And we are calling it iPhone. Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
And trust me, nobody understood better the concept of the iPhone than Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was the visionary for the iPhone. And currently, Tim Cook is the visionary for the Vision Pro idea. I do believe that will work. Give it time. Maybe today, a $3,500 headset that is too heavy, that weighs 700 grams, is not the best thing to believe it, to make you believe it on this concept. But I do believe in the next 5 to 10 years, this will change your life. Just me. And yeah, the Apple Vision Pro will replace most of your iPhone things and most of your screens in your life. I would bet all of them. Your TV screen, completely rendered useless. Your iPad, the first product to die. Your iPad won't become necessary anymore. Maybe for note-taking, but I do believe that will merge with the Mac lineup. The Mac will be your central computing. I don't think that the Mac is going away with Apple Vision Pro. I think that the Mac will adapt, will change. The screens on the Mac won't matter as much because the Apple Vision Pro can now take over all of your screens. But I do believe that the central power, the central silicon will be still your Mac. Apple Silicon is going to be here for a while, and I think that Apple did it for a reason. And then the wearables, the Apple Watch, the AirPods, all of them will evolve to connect to Apple Vision Pro and the iPhone. But I do believe that the Apple Vision Pro will be the main hub of your ecosystem. As for the iPhone, it will turn into your camera. This will be the best camera that you have on your hands. This will be your DSLR, your mirrorless camera. These will be your eyes for the Apple Vision Pro. You can take photos, amazing video here, and then share it and watch it through Apple Vision Pro. Spatial video here, and I will say it, spatial video will be huge for everyone. Spatial video will be the biggest thing in social media everywhere, like in the next 10 years. It's so cool that you can immerse yourself in an older memory, in an older video, not just watching it through a 2D screen. No, living it through on almost a 4D environment. You have no sensation, but you have the sound. You can feel like you were almost there, relive a memory. That's so strong, that's so powerful, that I think that Apple Vision Pro will succeed just because of that. But again, that's a very complex question of an obsolete product or not. Because like an iPhone can replace your Mac for most people. You don't need the performance of a Mac. But the Mac does some things that the iPhone cannot do, and because of that, it's not completely obsolete. It's a more niche product, but it's not obsolete. The iPad, it's not obsolete. Although the Mac can do what the iPad can, your Pro Max phones can do what the iPad can, but it has found its niche, the Apple Pencil, the note-taking aspect of it. The Apple Watch has completely rendered almost all of the watches all over the world obsolete, but they are not obsolete still. There are still a lot of people that like to buy Rolexes and normal watches because they look cool, they are a timepiece, they are a collection item, but they are not as useful as a smartwatch, obviously. But still, the Apple Watch did not render the normal timepiece watch obsolete. So I do believe that the role of the iPhone will change, but it won't become obsolete. I do believe that the iPhone in the future again will become Apple's camera. This is evolving every year to become just a better camera, better camera, better camera. All the keynotes, all the upgrades that Apple is putting on this phone is just to improve the camera experience or just to improve other things that actually relate to the camera experience. For example, the action button. This is a great capture button, so to take photos, to take videos. And now Apple is adding up a capture button for you to record and take photos on a horizontal thing, not on a vertical or portrait mode. So John's argument here is flawless, and I do believe the iPhone is obsolete in its current form. And Drew's argument is somewhat correct. The iPhone is still going to be important because the iPhone's camera capabilities are what it distinguishes from everything. You can use your iPhone to take photos, share videos very, very easily, while the Apple Vision Pro has that issue. So I do believe they will complement themselves really, really well. A Vision Pro device and an iPhone, they will be like an iPhone and an Apple Watch again. So the current form of the iPhone is dying. The current form of the iPhone is becoming obsolete, I think, in the next 10 years. Apple Vision Pro is going to change everything. But there are some things that Apple Vision Pro doesn't do as well, especially the cameras, that the iPhone will complement. And that's my opinion. But let me know, Camilo, what you think. Do you think that the Apple Vision Pro will just kill off the iPhone? Or do you think that the iPhone will become more of an Apple Watch experience to the Apple Vision Pro? Let me know all of that in the comments down below. While you're there, do not forget to drop a like below, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.